What's going on, fellas? It's Steeler here, back again with my early division review for the Xbox One. Now, don't worry, this is not a scored review. I have not, I repeat, have not beat this title. Obviously, this is early footage to avoid, as much spoiler as possible. But I'll get something, out of the way right out of the gate. This is not really a game you buy for the story, okay? Now, The Division makes up for that with the amount of content in the loot game that it has, okay? So, it's not really a story-driven game in the sense that maybe Batman Arkham Knight or some other titles like that would be, but it's also much longer. So obviously you will come up to these safe houses, these compounds. These are highly upgradable, okay? Now, you come in here, this is where you'll do a lot of shopping. There are vendors everywhere, and there are wings. Security wing, a tech wing, a medical wing, at least in this outpost. And you can upgrade these by doing the missions for these specific wings of this outpost. You can upgrade them. So the more of these missions you do, as you see at the top left, I have developed some kind of currency supplies to upgrade this wing. And when you do so, you unlock perks, which is cool. Not only do you unlock perks, but it renovates the area. So before, this area to the right was kind of, run over. It was run down, and obviously I've done a mission. I've upgraded it. There's a guy working this area now, and I've got a perk. And the more you do in this area, the more it comes alive. That goes for the whole stronghold. So if you do medical wing missions, you're going to see more doctors going around, people getting healed, things like that. It's really cool. It makes you feel like you're working for something. Obviously, the Division has a lot in the loot game here. You've got not only cosmetic upgrades, but you've got weapon upgrades as well. As you know, you're going to be going around, you're going to find loot on bosses, guys. I do wish there was more loot in the environment in general, more exploratory loot. But as it is, primarily you'll be getting them off of enemies. You will find boxes occasionally. And you can sell this loot. You can use it. You're going to find better guns all the time, kind of like Borderlands. And in my case, hey, I sell a lot of this stuff. I don't know what currency they're using, but I'm getting a lot of it right now. And I'm using it to buy attachments and things like that, different armor. So as you see, attachments for your guns are, they're pretty prominent. You get extended mags, foregrips, sights, suppressors, all kinds of stuff for your guns, and you can put them on pretty much every gun you have, depending on if you bought that suppressor for that particular gun. So obviously they keep you invested with the upgrade system, which is really nice. Now, obviously this game's running on Xbox One, as I mentioned before, and like pretty much every next-gen game, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions are identical. Okay, you couldn't tell a difference if somebody paid you to. It's just not going to happen. The game looks great, though. It's not going to blow your face off with the visuals, but it does look good, especially for an always online connected MMO / not really an MMO RPG. Those games tend to have a lot of data streaming in the background for constant server connections, but it looks decent. It's not bad. It's not amazing. I did hear about these sliders and toggles in the options menu for graphics on the next gen console versions. That's just simply not the case. You've got a slider for sharpness. That's it. And as you see here, there's not much of a difference. Not even with the frame rate. If you reduce the sharpness, the pixel count down to as low as it can go, the frame rate doesn't even change, or at least that I could notice. Now the online, surprisingly, is holding up, and this is a Ubisoft title, so that's quite the feat for Ubisoft. And they finally got a game that's running decent at launch online. And it's a good thing, because it is an always online game. Keep that in mind if you pick this up. You need an internet connection, okay? So it's running fine. The combat feels good. That's the best part about this game, or one of, next to the loot and upgrade system, the combat. It's responsive, it's snappy, headshots feel good, the reload animations, the gunplay feels realistic, and that's what I like about it. It holds true to the Tom Clancy name in that regard. But this whole thing is just, up to you. I want you to look at this footage, take the information I provided you. This is the only, review I'm going to do for this game. I'm not going to give it a score, but I will say I am enjoying it quite a bit right now, and obviously the more friends you play it with, the better it's going to be. So take what you will from it, take what you can from it. It is working online. It's got a pretty good upgrade system, lots of loot, but the story missions, the story's not really the greatest. And it's kind of, I don't know, it is what it is. It is fun, though. I'm Dealer. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe for new videos, and I'm out.